What's up, guys, and welcome to this week's episode of How Not to Summon a Dungeon Master. Previously on The Outsiders.
What exactly do I call you?
Mirror.
I thought you were going to say Daddy, to be honest.
Why did you think that? I wanted you to say that.
Because I've been beating off all those people.
Perhaps one of your blades for my collection.
Tell you what.
You have
just
plot
hire
them
you.
I will. As he turns to the camera.
And she just looks at the sky, admiring the bat signal lit up, probably for the last night it will ever be. So you make your way there. It's there's a lot of police cars in the area, but none of them have got their sirens on or are blurting out panic. A closer observation says that all the cars are manned. So it would be a bit weird on a night like tonight that the police are now in force and these ones are silent, surrounding the library.
I'm guessing you all pretty much arrive roughly around the same time.
Yeah.
This time.
Yeah, I'll approach you two.
Seems they don't want people to know what's happening here.
I had already thought about the fact that they'd be a lot, but not a lot, to conceal themselves. It makes sense. I'm not going to just take myself off in there. I believe that we should go in together.
Yeah.
This time. A show of force, perhaps.
It's good to know that the police study group won't be interrupted.
We'll approach
Yeah, I'll fly down and then walk in with them.
as a three.
Cool.
Okay,
We'll walk up. Is there any sort? Is it a police
give me
cordon or is it just a
Perception
literal?
checks.
Nat 1.
22.
22.
23.
23. Yeah, you get nothing. Literally nothing. But you hear it again. You can hear the hum.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But it's not nearby. It's not here.
Did these two not hear it?
Jim did.
Okay.
And you did.
You hear the hum.
Appears our friends are back.
What hum?
The harmless dynamic duo have arrived. They have obviously found the location as well.
Who are they?
That's not surprising.
We did not introduce each other. They merely scorned me for my methods. And I left.
Typical Batman followers.
Is it coming from inside the place?
No.
Or
Can
where?
I have a
don't hear
rough?
it.
Can I have a rough?
No, I know,
direction of
he's
where
told me.
Where is the
But
rough
where
direction?
is it coming from?
It is from the direction of the library, but it's way beyond it, and it doesn't sound like it's getting closer.
Okay, well I'm just going in.
I think we need to go to
We
the
head
library.
into the crime
Yeah.
scene. I'm
Okay,
going to
you,
approach the policeman.
Yeah, so there are no barriers. They're clearly trying to keep this low
Yeah.
and quiet. But as you get to the front, you hear a lot of doors opening from cars, people rushing out, and then you get stopped. I'm sorry, I can't even let... And he gets confused looking at you.
Understandable.
Capes in. The library is closed.
We're well aware of why it's closed.
I have a library card.
It's We're well aware of why it's closed. We're here to see it ourselves.
I would like to use one of my drones secretly and just send that in. They're quiet.
Doesn't matter.
Because they're not real bees. They're not real bees.
Pay no attention. Pay no attention. I ate chili. All right.
Give me a stealth check. Yeah, you can spend a hero point to have that badge as a retcon.
Yeah, so I will have that as
10.
I roll up and he starts spewing off his thing about, I can't even let you capes in, just special
And,
DCI badge.
It flies off. You flash the badge. The policeman looks over it and he's like, he doesn't handle it. You like put it up in front of him and he kind of leans in and squints at it. I'm very sorry, Detective. What name do you want on
Noir,
the badge?
isn't it? Oh.
What name would you want on the badge? Because
Black.
it would clearly be a fake.
Black.
Black. Okay. Very sorry, Detective Black. Of course. Crime scene is yours. And let you past.
Thank you very much. You two can wait out here. Joking. I don't know if they got the joke, and then I just sort of like gesture for them to come.
So you get to the front doors and they're unlocked. And just as you go in, there's two other police officers on the inside, and they are shotgunned and everything else. And one of them just puts out a pair of gloves for you to take.
I bought my own.
I'll put them on.
I'm literally.
And you've got,
Anybody I walk past, I'm just tipping my hat to as well. I do that. I'm a gentleman.
So, the library is vast and dimly lit. Scattered everywhere are overturned bookshelves and books all over the floor. The glass ceiling, a little dome that lit up the centre of this room, is smashed with glass all over the floor. Batman lies in the centre, lifeless, with his iconic cape now wrapped around his body like a shroud. You look around kind of little bits. Give me perception checks as you take in this scene.
Can I get advantage because my bee is also doing...
No, because it's not in the room. I didn't say where your bee was.
21.
21.
Oh. Well, I told it to go in.
I know.
Twinsies. 21.
24.
'Cause I'm
24.
talking low.
So you kind of eyeing up the scene and you can see some scrape marks on the floor where clearly a scuffle happened. In the bookshelves on the second floor and one on the first floor, you catch glimpses of batarangs embedded in the wood. Last attempt to fend for his life.
I will definitely take one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no one else in here.
Absolutely. That's been pocketed. That's fine. That goes in my coat.
Can I just, like,
Compensation.
don't mess with the scene
It's a
when
batarang.
we've not even finished with it?
It's batarang. It's nothing more.
I want to inspect Batman.
Okay,
Look more
so
at him.
What?
Where did they come from? Where did he throw them from? You haven't even inspected the scene.
It's fine. It doesn't matter.
How old are you, rookie?
I chuckle, but my hand twitches to my flintlock.
And then my hand twitches to my knife.
Shall we to the body?
Okay, so this is an older Batman. He looks worse for wear, age-wise.
We talking Michael Keaton style, or
No, we're talking the size of Ben Affleck in his biggest. The suit is a grey Batman suit with just the black logo on the front, cape black, the cowl small-eared, so and more towards the back. So you're not talking like the big
Yeah,
90s
pointy-eared one.
pointy-eared one. You're talking very tactile, close-eared cowl, and his cape is. He's laying on it, and it's almost purposefully been wrapped around him to like a shroud to cover the body. And his cape is fucking huge. Its wingspan is about 13, 15 foot
it's
on
enough
this
to make
thing.
him fly, so yeah.
It looks like whoever did this may have covered him afterwards as almost a sign of respect.
Can we see any... What exactly killed him? Was it a head injury? Was it a bullet through the heart? Was it something?
Right, so you're gonna have to do an investigation.
Nat one.
And that one.
She kicks the body.
No, you
A trip and fall.
you look at it and you're kind of stunned. The sheer size of him.
Yeah.
He's an absolute monster. Like his reputation is he's big, but he is huge, like 6'3" and well pushing 220, 230 pounds. He's a fucking giant of a man, and he's older than he looks. The stubble that he's got is gone grey, and the bit of hair that you can see coming out of the cowl where it's been sliced through is greyed as well.
And that's all I can see.
On a nat 1.
Yeah.
I'll investigate the scene before I even start investigating the body.
Yeah. Okay. So you want to poke around and around the flooring and the books?
Yep,
and,
the scuffles, and I see the batarangs embedded in
And
objects.
you kind of want to piece
I
together
want
what
to
happened.
like piece together in my mind, sort of like theatre of the mind, what's been going on actually in the room. See where he would have been when he's throwing those batarangs. See if there's anything on the floor around those areas.
Yeah.
It's 22.
22. So you look at the batarang that's on the same floor as you, the solo one, and you kind of look where the angle it's going, and you turn around and look where it came from, and you kind of walk over, just because it doesn't line up with Batman's body.
Current position.
Yeah.
That's where I was.
So you walk over and you look around on like a clear spot, and you look at the floor. You can see that there are scrape marks that look like they've been made with something sharp, and you kind of follow them, and you can lead you to some scuffs on the floor, and then one of the bookshelves is over, and it's kind of dented in the middle, probably from impact.
Does the impact area roughly equate to the same size as Batman?
No, smaller.
Smaller. Okay.
Is
So the scuffle descended here. From here, this body has been moved into the centre.
Yes, it's as I said. It's almost like he's been displayed on the floor out of respect, wrapped in his cowl, after being killed.
Whoever he was fighting was smaller.
I'll kneel down beside him and just sort of speak very hushed. It's not the way I wanted to meet you again, Bruce. It's a shame. And then I'll have an investigation of him as well.
Yeah. Okay, so you'll have to do an investigation check.
As
Is
I'm,
that intellect, yeah?
Yes,
Yeah,
intellect. Yeah.
because I'm bent down, literally there, and you say Bruce.
I mean, we're about to find out in a second when I take his fucking hat off.
It's an 18.
An 18. Okay. So you look him over, and you notice the cowl sliced through, clean cut as well. This wasn't a tear. This was a cut with a blade. And you look at the cape a bit more closely. You can see that there are slices of the edges missing, where chunks of it have been cut off very cleanly. Probably through it flailing around while he's punching and
Yes.
dodging and doing everything else.
A sharp blade has
Catching-
done
yeah,
the work.
catching the edge of everything.
I look to the ceiling, where he crashed through, quite evidently, because I don't think they would have gone out that way.
No, neither do I.
I believe that the roof may hold more clues, but we need to finish down here.
Perhaps.
Remember, this is modern times as well, so we're not playing D&D, so there are modern equipment you can use.
Do you mean forensics?
If you had that equipment, you could, but government buildings all have one piece of equipment as standard.
Cameras, which I will be going to in a minute. I'm just dealing with the scene as it is.
Have I got any feedback from my drone at all?
Oh, that's a good
No,
point. Hold on. I've just realised.
You actually lost contact with it, and it's only just occurred to you
Right.
that you're not getting an image, because I imagine it would be like in the bottom corner, so it's not like
Yeah.
taking up your view.
Yeah.
It's just black.
Do I have I have
there's-
trackers on them, so I know where
yeah,
they are. Is
and
that
there's-
coming back?
No, and there's no audio either, but it's not an off.
Right.
So there is a signal. It's just that what the image it sees is just black, nothing,
So somebody's
Okay.
grabbed
Like-
hold of it.
like a TV that's been turned off.
Yeah.
Oh, and you on, but you don't select a channel.
Right.
On
Okay.
TVs, it's not that fuzz.
And I 100% saw it going into the building.
You saw it going up and trying to find a way in. Yeah, the doors it couldn't go through, but a hole in the roof would have made a good entrance point for it.
And now it's somewhere.
Gadget girl,
Yeah. But my tracker's not working.
can you get CCTV of this area?
Yeah, can I
Yeah, so you can
do that through my goggles?
you can poke around. You would have to hardwire in
Yeah.
because it would be
Hacking.
Yeah.
It
So
would
I'll
be
go
Did you want to make
old
a
school.
comment about what you'd heard?
I'm gonna. So I would have literally like opened my mouth to go say something, and I'm just gonna sort of hold back and
It's fine.
just I'm gonna go find like a control room or something, security room,
Absolutely.
and see whether I can get some images.
Should be near the front.
Right. Okay.
Whoever did this was a blade.
Okay.
Something very sharp.
So look for somebody suspicious with a blade. Got it. Right. I'll go to that.
Yeah, so you there is a security office. It's blatantly obvious
It literally
what
says
it is. It
security
would
on it.
say security
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
door on the way in.
Yeah.
You go in and the computers and everything are on. The screens are still on, and they're that kind of greeny, horrible CCTV that's a bit cliche in comic books and movies.
There
And
would be a fat
there
man
are-
with a donut in his mouth.
there are multiple cameras that you can see on the screen that all picture the library in its current state. Just an absolute.
Assume the
battle
police are
zone.
already going through the
There
footage.
is a man in there,
Yes.
but he's not going through the footage. They've kind of been put on guard duty.
Okay.
They're not investigating right now. You are first ones on scene, at your best guess.
Yeah.
That is actually doing an investigation.
Well, you've gone to the security office, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll look to you. I'll just be like, I'm just going to up there and have a look.
You can get there quicker than I can.
I can, and I just teleport up to the roof to the
Okay.
opening just to have a nose around.
So, the guard in there, he looks a bit surprised to see you. Knocks over his coffee
Onto the keys.
and just onto the floor.
Fries the circuits.
And you see him kind of shoot up. Some goes on his lap, and he's like, fuck. Are
I didn't mean to startle you.
you one of the good ones or one of the bad ones?
Good.
Yes, take me.
That's
for
what
my
a
word.
bad one would say.
Well,
No,
you're
definitely
here to do one or two things. You're either here to kill me, or you're here to look at my security footage. And I'm gonna guess. And he puts his hands up.
It's to look at your security footage, if you wouldn't mind.
And he slowly backs off, his hand staying up in plain sight, and he kind of backs out of the room.
As he's walked off, I'll walk over to the security room. And as he's backing off out of the room, him turns straight into me.
And yeah, and he just looks you up and down. Like,
There's still blood on my jacket, by the way.
he just literally shakes his head, and you see him like purse his like,
I ain't paid enough.
nope. And he walks
I
out the
point
front.
at the door.
And he walks out the front and
And I
leaves you
nod.
alone.
I'm going to plug my...
Yeah,
stuff
so
in
you
and-
can do it just through interacting with it.
Oh, okay.
You will have to give me a roll, though, just to use it, because it is old and shitty.
Oh, nat 20.
Nat 20. So you know how to use this machine.
Yep.
It's got one of those kind of winders, and you can select what camera you want to look at, and you rewind it by twisting it like a dial. And it's got a recorder in it, but it's a DVD kind of recording device, so you can save footage as well. And there are some blank discs packed up on the side, and it looks like they've already done some of it, use some of those discs. And as you rewind, you wait for like a big incident. You found Batman, you rewind, and it's like zipping, and you get to the point where the roof was cracked open, the window at the top, the dome, and glass hits the floor, and then two bodies just flop down, and the bottom one is Batman, and he just absolutely pummels into the floor, and that's a good 50-foot drop, and he just fucking takes it. And he's got a shadowy kind of figure on him that's drastically smaller, who is hooded and is donning a katana, a very sharp blade. And you see Batman kind of throw him off and then push himself up, and you can see he struggles to stand. And then he assumes his signature position where the capes dip over the shoulder and doesn't give away his figure, and his posture drops a bit to get his stance. And then just run at this guy and just throws 2 batarangs while he's doing it, and they get darted off to different directions by this person with a blade. And he gets pushed back, Batman, by this guy who clearly is outdoing him in skill. May not be stronger, but he is absolutely the better fighter. And considering Batman is Batman, that's fucking hard. And he gets pushed back. And as he's pushed back, he grabs him and turns and just absolutely body slams him into one of the bookcases and gets up, but he pushes himself up. There's no, it's not agile the way that he's doing it. And the body kind of pushes out, but he does it with ease. Pushes Batman back, and you see him throw like 2, they look like pellets, and Batman bats them with both hands, and they explode into the bookshelves behind him, which claps, books go everywhere. And then you just see him fly and slice straight up and goes straight through Batman's chest. The cowl gets cut. And then you see Batman just drop to his knees and slump, and then just get driven through, pulled up a bit, and then torn back out. And he drops, and then the body just, the smaller one just drags him by the arm to the middle and throws his cape over him. And you see him kneel next to him before he leaves, the way that he came in.
I feel like I know this person with the cape and the hood and the samurai sword. Is it katana, weren't it?
That's the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
not the same thing. Well, no, there's
Roughly.
there's Asian people now shaking their fists.
They're roughly the same thing.
Yeah, I feel like I know this guy. I'm gonna just turn the pause the security footage.
Is there much to see with the person in
Is it
the
grainy?
video? Is it grainy?
It's very classic kind of old Tesco's security footage. It's colour. It's just not HD. It's quite low quality.
I guess it'd be quite dark in there
Black and
anyway.
white?
No, it's in colour.
Was there any colour to the actual perpetrator's outfit?
So the hood and the cloak and everything was black, and the blade was silver, which is all you saw. You didn't see any face features, so you don't know if they were wearing anything or had anything to cover themselves up. And he managed to stay well hidden within his cloak, so you could surmise that he would be used to having... Why you got the BBC News again?
It's for all your emergencies. That's twice in 2 weeks, by the way.
So you would guess that he is well practiced in fighting wearing this to hide.
But he clearly showed respect to Batman after killing him by kneeling next to him.
Yeah, you could guess that, yeah.
That seems a bit more like respect, but still unsure why he would be killing him and then respecting him for it.
Can I go over to the DVR?
Yeah, you can take a copy.
Yeah, I'm going to take a copy.
So you can,
In fact,
like
no,
I said,
I
the
will-
word DVD.
He
so you
downloads
could-
LimeWire and he waits about 6 hours.
For some reason, Linkin Park's on there. It's the only thing he's downloaded. Screen recordings of Babe Station. Channel 906.
It's the fact that he knows it as well.
Because we all made that
fucking
mistake.
does.
We all put 609, wanted Cartoon Network or something, and we got Babe Station. instead.
Oh,
We
yes,
went 906.
accidentally.
That's how we accidentally
I swear
found
it's
it.
Mum, I was looking at Disney Channel.
Oh, we found a princess already. Oh, yeah, so you can take a copy disc. Not a problem.
Does the security guard actually say anything?
No, he left.
He left,
he left.
leaving you
Gone,
to
gone,
it.
is he?
You
Gotham
opened the door
City.
and indicated for him to leave.
Gotham City is very used to its caped vigilantes, and they know that the police are more of a speed hump than actual enforcers when it comes to the caped community, as it were.
Fair enough.
So one guy's not going to get into a fight with people in cloaks and daggers and masks.
Okay.
He knows that's
not my job's work.
He knows that's a losing fight. So
I am a red shirt at best.
You told him to go out the front, so he did. He left.
I'm also not getting any feedback from my drone I sent out, my bumblebee drones. The one I sent out
Signal
in
being
first. Yeah.
Where was that sent? Into the building?
It was sent into the
okay.
building first.
Yeah,
But
it went
I'm-
up looking for a way in because it couldn't do the front
So
door.
that's
lost
probably gone the
contact.
same way that I've just gone.
Yes, and
Right.
lost contact.
Yeah.
Potential blocking of
So
signal.
we'll get to you
Probably.
second.
Okay.
We'll deal with these interactions, and we'll jump to you, Sheen, on the roof.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say to Noir.
So a blocking of signal.
I think so. I'm a bit unsure what's going on. It just seems very sus.
Could it be our caped friends that were here a
Maybe.
minute ago?
Maybe, but we've been in the rooms that I can see.
They're still there somewhere, aren't they? Because their vehicle was just at the back of the library.
Yeah.
I
I
feel
th-
like we should have a look round.
Yeah. I want to go investigate.
Okay, so you walk out the security room, back into the main lobby of the library, and Batman is still lifeless on the floor, unmoved. And give me insight checks. Awareness. Give me an awareness check. I'm guessing that would be your perception and insightiness. You're on the roof, mate. You just got that 20, didn't you?
I did. Can that not just be for me looking around on the roof?
There is an insight.
I will allow that roll for something else next.
there is.
Okay.
There is an insight.
Is there an insight? Cool,
Damn it,
yeah.
I just rolled a 20.
Give me an insight.
Oh, I don't have
You nearly got one.
That's 29.
He says out loud in the middle of the library for no reason.
29.
I don't have one on mine.
No,
Other
then
than
you
awareness.
just go with your awareness. We're making up the rules hard and fast here.
21.
21. Okay. You look over to the left in the darkness beyond the books, and a shadow detaches itself from the darkness, and a subtle gust of wind comes in from the rooftop through the hole in the big glass dome that was smashed in this fight. And a woman emerges wearing a form-fitting black suit that's lightly armoured, and it's got a purple chevron on the chest, with which leads to her shoulders and goes down her arms into her two middle fingers, which are both purple as well. Her gaze meets you, and there's a brief pause, and you can feel this kind of
There's two
tension in the
B-listers.
room. You know this is a member of the Bat family. And in the background, you can just hear the city kind of popping off, but it's quite dulled because your senses are a bit overloaded, having a member of the Bat family stood in front of you. And she says, with a measured tone, she's very in control of herself. Well, looks like we've got some new players on the scene. I've been keeping tabs on you all night. Your moves, your choices. Gotham's not an easy playground, and not just anyone gets to dance with the shadows. And she places a finger to her ear and says, Oracle, give me IDs. And you can hear her kind of listening. She kind of looks away like she's got a comm in her ear. And then she starts walking over, but towards Batman, not you. And while she's walking, says, I've seen what you've done during the chaos. Stopping the riots, dealing with the looters, not bad. Gotham's had its fair share of capes. Not all of them understand the streets like you seem to. But a little less killing, if you wouldn't mind.
I'm going to shoot a look at you. She says.
I'll shoot and look right back and be like, I don't know what you want from me.
And she kneels down towards Batman's body. And she doesn't make contact with him, she just looks at him. And you see her demeanor drop a little bit, and that kind of stiff back and the stern shoulders kind of slump. And whilst looking at him, says, you're not the first to try and make a difference here. But if you plan on sticking around, Gotham streets can be unforgiving. This doesn't make us partners, but for now we've got common ground. And I need to find out who did this. She hands you 2 comm pieces in an open palm.
I'll walk up to her. I'll take them. As I take them, I'll turn to her and say, I don't do the things that Batman does. And I don't act the way that he does either. And that's because Gotham is the way it is. Shit. And it needs sorting out properly.
And she'll go back down to Batman again because she stood right next to him and close his eyes. No one does things the way Batman does. We'll cut to the roof. So you're on the roof, and you can hear a gentle hum. You recognize the noise, and it is a little. It's almost inaudible, but you can hear it. And as you look around, you can see against the black, there's a piece of the night sky that has no stars. And off steps Rumblebee as the door opens.
I haven't met... Well, no, I've met them, but
You've
I don't
met
know
him.
his name, obviously.
You've met him. Yeah. And he walks to the big hole and looks down and goes, oh, shit. I need to be down there. For something said that probably shouldn't be said.
Do you need me to take you?
Nope. And he...
Oh, okay.
You just hear as a little grapple...
Oh, I thought you meant
cracks
splat.
onto, cracks onto a piece of the roof,
Okay.
and he grapples down. From the rooftop, you can see Gotham in absolute diabolical condition. Smoke is rising from everywhere. There are fires literally in every direction you look. You can hear people screaming in pain, and some of them screaming in laughter and having the time of their lives. No matter where you look, there is no escape from the damage that's been done to this city. None.
Well, if there's nothing more on the roof, I'll zap back down again to the floor.
Okay, you do. You interrupt the conversation just as this caped crusader without a cape is closing Batman's eyes. And she stands up and is a bit shocked to see you. You are not a caped crusader. You are something ethereal, and you can see her kind of taken aback by the look at you, and just goes, yeah, I'm not dealing with that right now.
I assure you I am not a villain, though I may look like one.
If you're travelling with a bee, then clearly you're not.
Oh, I'm not travelling with... And I looked at... I guess he's standing there on the floor. I'm not with him.
And he's like... he's stern, like broad shoulders, arms crossed. Just
am I with you?
Stoic.
B?
And he steps forward as, this is my team.
I am with... Apparently I'm with the B.
You, give me a perception-y check.
Oh,
All
would you
of
like to take my natural 20?
Yeah, we'll use the nat 20. You know he's lying through his teeth. You know he's vouching for you.
Oh.
But there's no formal agreement between you guys whatsoever.
This is the same guy that I had a conversation with earlier,
Yes,
isn't it? The one
yeah.
that gave me a load of shit.
Yes.
Okay.
And he's absolutely vouching for all three of you, saying you're part of his team.
Right.
And the woman kind of looks down at Batman and looks back at the bee. The outsiders were disbanded. What are you doing operating in Gotham? And the bee, he shifts his weight a little bit, because you're reading the language that he is fucking lying through his teeth.
Yeah.
And he says, Batman made us operational 10 months ago. We've been doing things the Justice League can't. Going places they can't. We operate on a need-to-know basis, and the only person that needed to know was Batman and me.
I'm going to
And
stay quiet.
she accepts the answer, but you can see that she's not happy about it. And she stands up. I forgot to make introductions. I know who you all are. And she puts her hand to her ear. Says, thanks, Oracle. I'm Nightwing. This is my city now. There is no one else left. So if you're going to operate here, you'll need a place to do it. Luckily, we've got a place. Rumblebee knows the coordinates for the clock tower. And as long as you're part of his team, you can move through my city. You step out of line. You do things that are not the Gotham way. And I will come for you.
Again, I'm going to shoot you a look, Noir.
Not intimidated in the slightest, Humphrey. Though you wouldn't be able to tell anyway. 'Cause
No.
You
No.
can't see my face.
Yeah.
So I just stand there dead still.
And she's not a tall, big, hulking girl. She
No,
is
no.
an athletic-y, kind of gymnasty build. She's bigger than Batgirl was, but she's not imposing. But she is stern. Short blonde hair as well. It's all been cut off in like a little, not quite a buzz cut, a bit longer. Shaved sides, very tactical. So there's nothing to grab.
Bit like Spider-Gwen. Bit like that
Yeah,
hair.
with the shaved sides,
Yeah.
yeah, but the hair on her top is a
Shorter.
few inches long.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
not
okay.
it's not long at all.
Right.
I imagine we can hear the craziness of outside going on at this moment.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
You can hear everything going on in Gotham right now. You hear fires roaring. You can hear the looters. You can't really make them out, but you the ones that are screaming you can hear, and the ones that are laughing, having a great time, you can hear as well. It's all a bit muffled in the distance.
Did you review the footage?
We did. There was a hooded guy with a katana that killed him and then knelt again, like next to him once he'd killed
I said
him.
he had been placed there out
Yeah.
of respect. I'm going to review the footage as well, because obviously I'm potentially looking for somebody.
Noir
And I
has
wanna
a copy.
See if it's them.
Yeah.
I'll go and review the footage and
Yeah.
see if it's going to ring any bells for me.
Yeah,
personally.
yeah, by all means. So you go to the security room. There, it's empty, and you know how to use a DVD player. It takes you a bit of it's an oddity to you, but you're very versed in modern technology, and you do review the security footage.
And
Uh-oh.
in this footage, do I recognise the man? Is it like is it going to be the man that I'm searching for?
It's very hard to tell, but no, you're looking for someone a bit leaner. This person is quite bulky.
Which is disappointing for me.
Are we definitely sure it was a man?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Yeah. They stood toe to toe with Batman,
But they
who
were
is
smaller than Batman.
6'2", and he was only a little shorter, but he's built like a brick shithouse. If
Yeah.
you kind of see his shoulder width under the cloak, and you can
fine.
see that they're built.
I'll walk back out then and join everybody else.
Um,
The minute I sort of clock that it's not who I'm looking for, I don't feel like I need to watch the rest of the footage.
You lose all interest.
Well, it's that, and I just don't need to watch him die. It's not something that I needed to see.
No.
Whilst he's doing that, going over the security room and that, I'll kneel down by the body. I'd like to do a bit of an investigation on the body and actually look at the stab wound. Look at the size of the katana in the actual cut
yeah.
and everything like that. To actually see the size of the blade, so we actually know what we're looking at for dimensions wise.
Yeah.
Just to try and get a bit more background, because there's several people. I would imagine I know there are several bad guys and good guys that have katanas.
Yeah. It's not a very commonly used weapon, but those that do use it, it is their go-to. It's 100% a signature item for
It's their
them.
niche.
It's not something that you see someone carrying around, but they do something else, and then that's the backup.
And not all katanas are the same size either.
No, you do get there's the three sizes in there: the suicide, the main one, and then
Yeah.
the closey one. Yeah,
Specially made as well, aren't they?
yeah,
So while I'm bending down, I'll do an investigation.
Yep.
But I'll do that as we go along. I'll turn to Nightwing now. And just as I'm bending down, investigating the body, I'll turn to her and go, I can see the Nightwing way is really working out in Gotham at the moment.
and you see her falter a little bit. It's hit. I'm only here because the other one isn't. I'm filling in. I'm supposed to be retired.
I noticed. It's been a while since I saw you out on the streets.
And she just nods.
And the Outsiders? Haven't heard that name in a long time. Used to spring a bit of fear in Gotham.
The Justice League didn't like the operation of the Outsiders. They didn't like how they got things done.
Justice League didn't like a lot of things.
There's a right way and a wrong way. Sometimes the wrong way's easier, and the Outsiders took the easier choice sometimes.
Sometimes a little bit of fear helps keep Gotham in check, as somebody else used to say.
And she looks up at the night sky. I think this city doesn't have any more fear. With him gone, there's no one left to instill it.
Not yet. As I finish the investigation.
Right, so your investigation, you get...
You want me to?
Yeah. Give a roll, yeah. So you get to look over the body and you can see a few slash marks knocking around and one big kind of deep cut that was the final blow that his body could take. What's your roll?
23.
A 23. So closer inspection, you go to the gauntlets and you can see the spikes on his glove. The ones come out the side there. Some of them are broken and they are hardened metal. It would take a lot.
So they cut through.
Yes. Yeah, they're sliced through. There's one surviving on one gauntlet and only two on the other, which means he took blows from that blade and his metal could not stop it. So this is a well-forged weapon. The cuts across the body were clean, judging from the material on Batman's suit and how easily it went through, and it didn't make a messy job of it.
So somebody with a martial
This
ability.
is a well-honed, probably one-of-a-kind weapon made to this quality and this sharpness.
I'll relay that to the group that's actually there, about what I've actually seen. Not many people in this world have a blade like that. I can think of a couple.
Me too.
That may be where we need to start.
And
Where's Katana?
Katana doesn't operate anymore. No one's heard of her in a decade. And Nightwing looks around the room and sees the blues and twos outside, the sirens. This probably isn't the place for a discussion. We need a bit more privacy and probably the Oracle's help. She puts a finger to her ear and says, Oracle, I'm going to need you to scan the scene so we can make a 3D rendition and see what we're dealing with. And this little light comes out of Nightwing's eye mask, her little domino mask, and it starts scanning the room, and she's walking around looking at it, and it's making like a 3D model over the top of it with all the details and stuff, and you can see numbers popping up where there's something of interest maybe. This is Batman's technology for crime scenes. This is what he would have done. And she's kind of imitating it. She doesn't really know what to do with it. It's not her forte.
Yeah.
She's more crime fighter, not detective.
Yeah.
But she's got help. So she finishes the scan and wanders back to the group. So I'm gonna catch a ride. If that's okay, Arby. And he just gives a gentle nod. And he zips off. You see his little grapple kind of whirl away. He bounces onto the roof. And then you hear that hum. A signature from his ship just kind of start up and it gets a little bit louder till it's audible. What are we doing?
I assume I walk back in at that point.
Yeah.
As they're leaving.
Yeah.
What did you find on the roof?
Nothing. Apart from
Wait.
the bee guy.
Tracks?
No.
Footprints?
There was nothing.
I still don't know where my drone is.
I saw
You
nothing
didn't
on
see
the
it up
roof.
there?
No.
Right.
Just the city itself, and that's not a pretty sight at the minute.
Well, hopefully they'll have something on that ship that can help. And then I'm going to my wings are going to come out and I'm going to fly up to the ship.
What are we going to do with the body? I guess I say to you.
I guess it'll go to the morgue. For a start.
I understand that, but
Collector's item.
I mean, would he want everyone to know who he was? Or do we respect his privacy?
I would imagine the Bat family might have something to do with this. Maybe it's about time that Gotham realised who was looking after them all this time.
Maybe. Are you not intrigued?
No. He was a man that did a job.
I can say, I think your view of him would be totally Batman only. You wouldn't really care about the identity, because that identity was no one.
Yeah.
To you, from your point of view. You cared about what Batman did as Batman,
Well,
not as Bruce Wayne.
This is what I mean, though. You have a hatred for somebody you don't know.
We've had limited interactions in the past, and different views on how to keep this city safe.
I understand that. But at the end of the day, he was a man, and a man only. And sometimes we just do what we can, even if we're just men. And I shimmer.
Well, hopefully there's somebody to pick up the mantle for what's left of Gotham.
So we're going to the clock tower, I assume. That's where we said, right?
Yeah,
the
that's
clock
when
tower.
Nightwing said, yeah.
We should probably help Owl Girl find her little drone toy.
Very well. I will teleport back to the roof again.
Yep. Okay, so you get to the roof and you grapple up, yeah. Nightwing's on the roof having a little conversation with Tawny. You don't really hear what it's about. But they look chummy, a little comfortable, having a conversation, whether it's just because they're the only two women here or not. Nightwing would be a good 20 years older than Tawny.
Yeah.
She is getting on. But
She was one day from retirement.
they kind of... Nightwing ends the conversation and starts walking over to Rumblebee's ship in the open door, and as she's walking over, she just puts her hand to her ear and, Oracle, we've got what we need from the scene. Activate the Nightfall protocol. And nothing happens. And she just walks onto the ship like it's very casual.
Do we all enter the ship?
I'm following her.
Have you had a conversation with her? Have you? Did you want to have that conversation? Because we were not there.
Oh, do you want...
It depends on what you want people to know.
Oh. I don't know. Is it about what we talked about
Yes.
before?
Yeah.
Then no.
Okay.
I'm not bothered.
I really don't care. Unless she's
There's a hell of a lot about all of us that none of us know.
Unless
Yeah.
she's a bad guy, and then I'm coming for you.
Are we going to go in the ship with them, or are we going to make our own way?
Going on the ship with them, I need to find my drone. I want to use their technology, 'cause as I'm proficient in robotics and science, I should be able to pinpoint what they have to be able to hopefully find my
just
drone.
before we step on the ship, then I'll call both of you over.
Okay.
I'm right next to you.
That's fine. I won't call you. Then.
I'm like one step onto the ship.
So Tawny, a word, if you will.
I'll come over.
And as you're all standing around me, I'll just be like, it seems that we're going to be in this for the long haul, as the outsiders is what we're being called, apparently.
Why did he lie?
So that we're not seen as a problem?
More than likely, because of the
With
killing.
with a label on it, it might be easier for us to operate, I assume. The only thing is that if we are to work as a team, and it could go awry very quickly for us, because whatever we're fighting here could... If it can take down Superman, yeah.
And Batman.
And the Flash, Green Lantern.
So,
Aquaman.
to make you all
Gone.
aware, so that there's no secrets amongst us, I am looking for somebody. I have my own personal
Vendetta?
reason to be here.
Okay.
I'm searching for the man who made me what I am.
No offence, would they still be alive?
He too is immortal.
Oh, okay.
He cursed me, and I am looking to get him back for that. If I can to kill him, maybe I can be saved, and that's my goal now.
Okay.
I've been around too long. I've been around for over 500 years, and I'm tired. And that's why I'm here.
It's a good skincare regime.
Can't see me. So that... Funny. Anyway, shall we leave?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so you walk up there to the ship. It's not very spacious. This isn't a battleship or anything. This is just a mobile base of operations.
This is Rumblebee ship. This is the ship that I was on, that I took the arrow from.
Yeah. So there's
It's not getting that back.
You walk on, and you look around, and Rumblebee is kind of flipping switches and getting
Where's Boy Wonder?
everything ready. Bumbleboy, he is there as well. He's sat in the cockpit.
He's a.
In the second
I don't
set.
like Bumbleboy because he's a bratty little shit.
He is a bratty little shit.
Yes. I just give him a dirty look. Oh no, he wouldn't see it anyway. I'm giving him a dirty look. He just doesn't know I'm giving him a dirty look.
Do you tell him?
Yes, I do. I announce it. I'm giving you a dirty look right now.
And he looks
Boy.
back, and you can see nothing but a stoic expression, eyebrows furled, and they're flipping switches. There are seats at the back of the ship. The middle of the ship is more of a equipment and workstation kind of area, and you can see that there's replacement bows, arrows, different arrowheads, suit, medical, and everything on here for a mobile operation. While not spacious, it can fit a fair few people on here, probably max out at 10, and most of those would be standing. So a good sized
six
ship,
of us on
yeah,
here.
a good sized ship, but not huge, and definitely not something you would ride into a fight with.
Oh no, it's fine. I'll sit right next to everybody.
Hence
I'll
its kind of stealthy approach. The
I'll
matte
get
black.
close. It's fine. Just don't touch my skin.
Okay.
There's the death touch. You know this.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt you.
I'm wearing like full armor stuff.
Yeah,
so
but I can touch a cheek.
Oh no.
That's rude. Take my glove off.
And slap her with it.
That's what you.
It's the fact that you can see the glove as well. You can see it coming.
How fucking rude are you?
On the side, you can see unharmed your drone in its box. Wings are still there and everything. He's right
Stoles
there.
it.
And there's nothing plugged into it. There's no wires. It's not been taken apart or anything. It is just sat there
Doing nothing.
doing nothing.
Is
Yeah.
it? So it's not damaged.
Nope. No.
I'm gonna run over to it and just pick it up and be like, "Oh,
My boy.
I'm so glad you're okay."
I shoot you a look.
Is it?
first,
Can
like-
I want to do like an investigation
Tawny-
on it, check it to make sure all is still
Yeah,
working.
yeah,
Is it
absolutely.
on and stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. So,
so-
basically, it is still on. It's just
So
not in flight.
Awareness.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you could add your robotics and bonuses to it because that's what you're doing. Math is hard.
25. Don't be mean.
It's a big number. So you look it over, and it doesn't look like it's been tampered with at all. And you can turn it on,
Yeah.
and it hovers on the spot.
Okay, I want to plug it into my stuff, so in my glasses, so I can actually see.
That is a wireless connection for you.
Okay, well, I want to see what it's
I
been
know. It's
seeing.
The one
if it was wired, man.
Run like a
Massive.
so you want like a diagnostics.
Yes. I want to see what it saw when it went through the building.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Just going back
cameras.
on the footage. Yeah.
So you sent it off to fly to find a way in.
Yeah.
And it did. It went around the building. Couldn't really see an entrance. There wasn't a door or a window. None of them were open. So it flew roofside, where it bumped into something that it couldn't see.
Right.
And you saw it hit this big black mass. And it got a bit confused and just ignored it and carried on. And when it was trying to go around it, it was grabbed.
Right.
and all you saw was a black glove with some gold highlights, kind of just nab it out. So you know who took it.
Mm-hmm.
And inside here, signals don't get out. This is a stealth operation, so there are no outgoing signals that are not wanted from inside this ship. Hence, you lost contact with it.
Okay.
Mirror, I'm going to look at you as
I'm gonna
she's doing that.
Put that back in my pocket.
I'm going to look at Mirror and just be like, tell me if I'm wrong, because I'm not very well versed in these things, but is that not just like a drone you can order online? Just painted to look like a bee?
I nod.
Yes, they're like £300.
Shillings.
Whatever you're...
It's British pounds.
I don't operate in money anymore, I operate in trinkets.
The last time he was here, there wasn't an American Revolution.
So as you're running diagnostics, you can see code and bits that you don't recognize, you didn't put there. And Rumblebee turns around, finishing, and he's kind of like holding onto the ceiling as the ship's moving a little bit, and everything becomes a bit uneasy. He's got hold of a grapple. Still using the same tech. I've added some upgrades to that one. You can now do the crime scene investigation the same way that Nightwing did.
You didn't need to touch it.
You can 3D scan now. Are you having a go at him? Alright, fair enough.
And he looks you up and down and goes, "You want to speak?" And then he turns around. "Queen, take us to the watchtower." Join us next time to see if our ghostly friend finds the reason that he's cursed.
Yes, Queen.
To see if our Noir friend will ever be Batman and live up to the reputation. Will our little Tawny ever reveal the conversation she had with Nightwing? All this and more on the next episode of The Outsiders. If you've got any questions or queries, you can go to our Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook at How Not to Summon, or go to our Discord at How Not to Summon a Podcast, or go to our Linktree at How Not to Summon. Oh yeah, or you can go to our very fresh-looking YouTube, where you will find all of our shows, including this one and The Witcher before it.
We've got to do it like all YouTubers. Like and subscribe, guys.
I like and subscribe. I don't know why it came out like Stewie Griffin. I've been your DM, Mr. Grayson.
I've been Humphrey Fast Fingers Spriggot.
I've been Jim as Mirror Noir.
And I've been Tawny.
See you later, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Ta-ra!